Hello and welcome to Price London Fan TV. Ali here, and the rumours are that Virgil van Dijk is still out there in the penalty box holding on to Mark Gahey's arm for dear life, but the Referees Association are still maintaining that this is not sustained holding. Let's get into it then through all the usual features, Glasner's rating and man of the match, but Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 1 and another defeat. Listen, I want to start with the referee's decision not to give the penalty because actually, whilst it was clearly a penalty, there are other very significant reasons why we didn't win that match. And I would also say that Liverpool were the better team over 90 minutes. I'm happy to say that. But listen, it was a penalty. Quite clearly, he's holding onto his arm almost up until the point where the goalkeeper's got the ball. If that's not sustained holding, I don't know what it is. Sustained holding just seems to be some new phrase that they've invented, some new jargon to justify some new rule that they made up to justify their jobs. Listen, it's the usual nonsense. The refereeing in England is extremely poor, continues to be, but you expected it. Liverpool always going to get some sort of decision like that in their favour. I mean, we all remember when someone ran into Vincent Guaita and got a penalty. And actually, there was an incident where one of their players ran into Jefferson Lerma and Jefferson Lerma got booked. But listen, that's what it was. You cannot play like we did in the first half and expect to come away with anything. One shot on goal, and it's the same old story of the season. We were like that in the first half against Chelsea. We were like that in the first half against Manchester United. And we got away with it, really, against Man United and Chelsea. They should have buried us in the first half. And Liverpool, to be fair, defended well as well in the second half and probably should have been more than one goal up in the first half. We need to start putting performances in over 90 minutes. We've got two big issues right now with our England starlets. And these are the real issues at the heart of the team right now. Is first of all, Adam Wharton is not fit. He looks like he's going to tear or pull something every time he runs. And actually, we'd be just better off getting him right. Hughes came on and actually did well. I think I'm over my PTSD of watching him at Chelsea. He played really, really well when he came on. And maybe we just need to take Wharton out for a bit. Get him back to the player that we know he can be. Because at the moment, there's no point in being out there. Lerma as well sat too deep for me in the first 20 minutes. But when he started to come into it more, I thought he was actually one of the best players, if not our best player. The other big issue, of course, right now is Eberechi Eze has lost all confidence in front of goal. You can say he's missing Elise and missing his mate and all that, but that's nothing to do with him missing these chances. And I've said it before, for him to be known as an absolute top player, he has to start winning games or earning points through the big moments. And again, in the big moment, when that chance came, it maybe wasn't as easy a chance as it first looked, but he could have done better with it, particularly, given Alisson's gone off injured. It was a moment in the game that he didn't take, another moment this season that he didn't take. I'm not sure it's particularly helpful, Glasner coming out in the press saying that perhaps the reason he isn't in the England squad is because he's missing these chances, because it kind of heightens the focus on the fact he's missing these chances. And it kind of feels like at the moment there's too much going on in his head when he gets in front of goal. And you could see the frustration on him. He knows. You could see it after he missed the chance. But listen, it will come. He's a class player and class is permanent. And in general, I do think it will come with us. I'm not overly worried at the moment. But there are deep issues now within the system. Tyrick Mitchell was poor. I thought he had one of his worst games for a while. But it was something that I've always really known, and maybe we've buried a bit because he ended the season really well, but his crossing was so poor. He is not good enough attacking wise to be really renowned as a full-time left wing back. And we've also got no cover at wing back. We didn't buy any wing backs in the summer. We are playing wing backs and we didn't buy any wing backs in the summer. So Manos' injury has been coming, by the way. We talk about the players who went away with England. He was at the Copa America all summer. He came back. He hasn't looked right. Then we played him at QPR in the Cup even. That injury was coming. Now, either we trust in the youth or we use Nathaniel Klein as a wing-back. That's where we are right now. And the other issue that we have with the system is, we were never going to replace Elise. Never going to replace Elise. Okay? That's like Katie Price replacing Peter Andre. She's never been able to replace him in her life. Okay? But listen, mysterious girl, banger. We're never going to replace Elisa. He's doing ridiculous things, even again this weekend with Bayern Munich. But we haven't actually got a right-sided 10, in my opinion. I prefer Sarr up front. I prefer him right on the shoulder of the defenders. He's so threatening there. I don't think we've got the right-sided 10. I think Sarr can play on the right. He's got a good delivery. But I don't think he's a right-sided 10. He looked better when he was at wing-back than he did as the right-sided 10. So that is a big issue. Francois out until who knows when. Which is a massive shame. So do we just have to accept? And it's hard to accept. And I can see why Glasner's finding it hard to accept, because the system worked so well at the end of last season. I would also say that our pressing has completely gone, by the way. Are we actually missing Jordan Ayew? Because the press was non-existent for the first 20 minutes. But that's another point. But by the way, I think it's better that we've moved on to trying to play with forwards who will create and score goals. But we're definitely missing Jordan Ayew in the press. But listen, it's hard to say the system's gone because it works so well. And I can get why Glasner finds that so difficult to accept and move on. But he hasn't been back to the system. And it was a hard transfer window. I'm not really massively digging out Parish here or Dougie Freeman here, because I thought on the whole, and I'm on record as saying, they negotiated a very difficult transfer window pretty well overall. But we can't say we've backed the system. We didn't buy a single wing back. We haven't got a right-sided 10. So is it time just to accept it, cut our losses, and move to the 4-2-2-2? Because it suits us more. Nketiah and Sarr, when they were down that right side together, is going to be dangerous. But actually, dare I say it, to the Kamada haters, I like the best game Kamada's had or spell was when he came on the right side of the 4-2-2-2 in the second half against Leicester, when he did change it up. I think Eze on the left and Kamada on the right, Kamada would also is good at pressing high, would work actually. Then for me, Mateta did well when he came on. He responded well to being dropped. Mateta with one of Nketiah and Sarr. Or you could do Mateta and Nketiah and then Sarr on the right. Listen, you can mix it up, but I think we're at a point now, maybe with Manosa's injury, we'll force it, where we have to go 4-2-2-2. Let me know your thoughts. Should we change the system in the comments below? I thought the new back three, yeah, there were shaky moments for Chalobah, but I think the back three actually looked very good at times. I'm loving the look of Lacroix. I actually think he's growing game by game, and I'm someone who disagrees with the sale of Joachim Andersen. But let me know your comments below. Is it time just to accept the system's not working and change? Right now, as I said, I'm not overly worried. A couple of wins gets us up the table. We're in the fourth round of the Cup. This can quickly turn around, but it's got to turn around pretty quickly. It's a big October coming up. Let me know your thoughts and everything in the comments below. Who was your man of the match? Let me know that. I'm not really sure who my man of the match was, to be honest. I haven't really given it much thought. I would probably say Lacroix, actually, or Gahey. I thought Gahey, actually, torn between Gahey and Lacroix, because Gahey was outstanding again. I'm going to go for Gahey, but I'm loving the signs of Lacroix. I did think Jefferson Lerma grew into the game as well, and Fuse did well when he came on. But man of the match for me, Mark Gahey. Glasner's rating, he picked the team everyone wanted, so I'll give him a 6. And listen, there's no pressure for me on Glasner right now. It can turn quickly, but as I said, it needs to. It's a massive October coming up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you change the system? Who was your man of the match? And as always, if you've liked this video, different sort of area today, no gnome. But if you still like this video, press that subscribe button. We're nearing 900 subscribers now. Thank you very much.